잠깐만.
놔!
기다려봐.
놓으라고!
너 바보야? 좋으면 좋다, 싫으면 싫다. 왜 말을 못하냐고.
내가 어떻게 말해? 내가 말하면 다 거대거장 광고인데.
그럼 이렇게 말하면 되지. 매년 증가하는 환경오염, 그로 인해 감소되는 면역 기능을 증진시켜주는 바로 이거 해모임.
갑자기?
동종업계 건강기능식품 5년간 1위.
우와.
우리 이모가 이걸 먹고.
안 돼. 여기서 더하면 거대과장 광고야. 지친 면역세포를 깨우는 힘.
애터미 해모임. 근데 진짜 우리 이모가
그만해라, 응?
Nature clean and fresh. Change your detergent first. Atomy laundry detergent. Eco-friendly natural ingredients. Perfect for sensitive skin. Super cleansing power. Reduce environmental damage. Keep water clean. Eco-friendly detergent. Atomy detergent.
Here toothpaste. We added propolis extract, which is used to seal the beehive to protect from the bacteria and germs. And green tea extract, which is effective for bad breath and antioxidation into our Atomy toothpaste. Anti-plaque, prevention of tartar deposition, prevention of dental cavities, removal of bad breath. With propolis shield for your stronger and whiter teeth. Atomy toothpaste.
Of intestine health. Reports on intestinal beneficial bacteria. Then how is our body now? Due to strong tasting meals and lots of stress. A vicious cycle that promotes malfunction of intestine, aging, and lethargy. It's time for Probiotics Keeper Probiotics. Probiotics vary in species and functions in body. To keep your intestine healthy and strong, 10 types of probiotics are included in Atomy Probiotics. This is why it is called Probiotics 10 Plus. In Atomy Probiotics 10 Plus, apple, banana, strawberry, and other fresh fruit ingredients and oligosaccharide are included. Acid resistant to strong stomach acid. 20 billion live probiotics are added, and at least 3 billion healthy probiotics travel through your intestine until the expiry date. The changes Atomy Probiotics 10 Plus makes controls harmful microbes and balances intestinal bacteria by increasing useful microbes, and helps bowel movement and sustaining healthy life. Smart choice for your healthy life. Atomy Probiotics 10 Plus.
Unpolluted, clear zones of glacial Alaska, taken from the bottom of the food chain. Comes this 550 mg capsule of polyunsaturated fatty acid that even children can take with ease. Vitamin E and turmeric added for greater quality. From Alaska, Alaska E Omega 3.
King of herbs, treasure from the Orient, enhancement of the immune system's functions, supports fatigue resistance, promotes blood circulation, improves memory functions, antioxidizing functions. These are the effects Korean red ginseng can have on the human body. The world's best red ginseng grows in Korea because it has the ideal climate, patented technology with no additives, 100% pure red ginseng. Atomy, Korean red ginseng.
잠깐만
놔!
기다려봐.
놓으라고!
너 바보야? 좋으면 좋다, 싫으면 싫다, 왜 말을 못하냐고.
내가 어떻게 말해? 내가 말하면 다 과대과장 광고인데.
그럼 이렇게 말하면 되지. 매년 증가하는 환경오염, 그로 인해 감소되는 면역 기능을 증진시켜주는 바로 이거 해모임.
갑자기?
동종업계 건강기능식품 5년간 1위.
우와.
우리 이모가 이걸 먹고
안 돼. 여기서 더하면 과대과장 광고야. 지친 면역세포를 깨우는 힘.
애터미 해모임. 근데 진짜 우리 이모가
그만해라, 응?
Good morning, Atomians! Welcome to ARIUL Marikina Aja Center Catching Success Online. I am Sales Master Julia Tabiano of ARIUL Marikina Aja Center. We're sure to begin and end every event by reciting our company motto. Ready, position, please. Yeah, company motto, go. Cherish the spirit, create the vision, follow the faith, serve in humility. Aja, Aja, Aja. To energize you this afternoon, we prepared a promo to all our members. All you have to do is, number 1, share this live seminar, take a screenshot and send it to us. Or if you are part of our AMAAC group chat, you can send it there. And number 2, greet and comment that you are watching in our live seminar and mention 50 of your partners and prospect partners. And number 3, interact with our lecture and comment your realization in the comment section. We will choose 3 lucky winners who will win Atomy products. Now, the profile of Atomy.
A company that has established with keeping fundamental principles. Expanding out to the world with the principles. a company that grows with the consumers and shares selflessly. We are Atomy. Continued to grow since its establishment in 2009, has reached global sales of $1.3 billion US, also accumulated 5.5 million members. Beyond the satisfaction of the members, Atomy's #1 goal is customer success. Atomy's efforts do not cease even today. Providing high-quality products at an affordable price. Atomy's competitive edge lies in the nature of distribution itself. Atomy strives for providing absolute quality products at an absolute price. These are the values that Atomy has practiced from its beginning. In all of Atomy's products, including health foods, beauty cares, living, food and beverage, fashion, and household appliances, filled with the philosophy of absolute quality and absolute price. This Atomy's philosophy makes total trusted brand, which reformed Atomy as a consumer curator. Hemohim has recorded the #1 best-selling single item in direct selling industry for 5 consecutive years. Atomy's Absolute Skincare has also become one of the best-selling products, which has exceeded the $254 million US of total sales within 3 years of its launch. The Fame, which has been renewed with Atomy's advanced ingredients and technology, is also loved by the consumers as it encompasses Atomy's product philosophy as well. Starting with the United States in 2010, Atomy has launched 13 branches in regions of Americas, Asia, Oceania, and Europe. Atomy is a global company that has 5.5 million members worldwide. With its constant annual growth, in 2019, Atomy received the $100 million Export Tower. There are also more than 2,000 seminars held worldwide annually. In these, communication platforms are actively performing to find possibility of Atomy's member success. Atomy continues to prepare for its launch overseas to countries like China, India, the UK, Germany, Brazil, and Colombia. By sourcing products globally according to Atomy's absolute quality, absolute price strategy, and by distributing them through Atomy's global network, Atomy is implementing its GSGS, Global Sourcing, Global Sales strategy. Atomy Park, located in Gongju City, Chungnam Province, unique work culture to form a team flexibly according to characteristics of each project. It is also designed to balancing the work and personal life to maximize the creativity of employees and to help the success of the members with various seminars and workshops. Atomy Park will become a home for all Atomians throughout the world. Atomy's success system that the company directly hosts the seminars. Indeed, regardless of one's personal abilities, is the engine for its growth. Atomy keeps supporting partner companies to just focus on the quality of the products by paying in cash within 1 week of delivery and providing a mutual quality control system. All of such supports foster a healthy cycle of accompanied growth. Charity is must-do mission for every company. In order to improve the quality of life of the society members, Atomy as a company practices sharing along with its employees, partners, and members. Wherever needs help, Atomy global branches become one to conduct the charity and sharing to pursuit of everyone's happiness. A company that adheres to a culture of distribution. A company that is trusted by the world as it expands globally. A company that dreams of the customer success beyond customer satisfaction. A company that cherishes the spirit. We are proud Atomy.
Now, we all know that Atomy is not just an ordinary company. It's cherished what it has. We are sure that we are all taken care of. To all our members who are watching, the mechanics of our promo is pinned at our comments section. Moving forward, we will be watching an exclusive interview with our chairman, Mr. Park Han-gil.
It can be said that becoming an auto sales master is probably the most difficult thing in Atomy. Once you're able to achieve this, then your chances of becoming a diamond master are very high. And once you've become a diamond master, the chances of becoming a Sharon Rose master are even higher. And it's even higher when going from a Sharon Rose master to a star master. What if you become a star master? What are the chances of becoming a royal master? It's very high. What about from a royal master to a crown master? Almost everybody makes it in. During the past 10 years, Atomy has produced several imperial masters. It's amazing that 10 years ago, we only had a handful of members, but from those members, several imperial masters have come out. We also have 30 to 40 crown masters now. Considering that there are hundreds of times more members today, we can assume that 10 years from now, there will be 100 times more high-ranking members in 10 years. And I truly believe this. And you must be sure in those ranks, right? I want to point out that becoming an auto sales master has the lowest success rate for those who have just started this business when you compare it to the other higher ranks. Do you understand what I'm saying? Once you've become an auto sales master, many of you will become a diamond master, and the chances will become higher for becoming a Sharon Rose master. Atomy business is more like a long-distance marathon, which requires patience, rather than a short-distance sprint. I've also experienced doing sales from the very bottom of the ladder. In the beginning, I worried a lot about whether the other person was going to listen to me or not. Yeah. Many times, I thought that a particular friend might hear me out. So I went and I talked to them. But in many instances, they just didn't listen to me. However, there were instances where I didn't really expect very much from the other person. But that person would then buy my products, and sometimes they'd even join the business. That is why, in this type of work, you should not be trying to predict the other person's response. He is going to join, but she's not going to buy. There's no need to try to predict other people's responses. What then is it that you have to do? Because you cannot know other people's thoughts, you need to go ahead and talk to the other person. And if the other person responds, then you can simply continue talking to them. One day, I had an epiphany. There was a moment where I figured out what sales was all about. I realized that I didn't have to spend all night predicting whether or not the other person was going to respond to me. I realized that all I needed to do was simply talk to that person. My job was to decide how much I was going to talk to this other person. And after that, it's up to the person whether they're going to join me or not. That was when I realized the law of own mind. Everyone repeat after me. Law of own mind. Whose mind is it up to whether they will join or not? It's up to the other person's mind, but whose responsibility is it to talk to them or not? That's up to you. One thing that you can control is your own mind. We're not able to look in through other people's thoughts. So, if we continue to talk to people, then there will be people who are looking for this kind of work. And there will be people around you that have to do this kind of work. This is a probability game of finding these kinds of people. Everyone repeat after me. A probability game. Yeah. Remember that the success of this business will be determined that you talk to. And just because you've spoken to the other person once and they rejected you does not mean that you need to stop talking to them. Until when should you keep talking to that person? Until either that person gives up or you die. You keep talking to that person until that person joins the Atomy business. You must conduct a stream attack. You don't pour out sitting as if the waves hit a rock. You have to talk to them, then go away. Then you come back again later. Think to do this at least 10 times. If you haven't spoken 10 times, it's as if you've never spoken at all. When you hear something new, are you convinced by that person right away? Do you think that person is right the very first time you talk to them? Or do you usually reject them? Normally you go home and you think about it, right? Most of the time, people do not put into action what they have heard. In many cases, they first listen, then they take the time to think. But if they continue to listen to your words, their negative thoughts will slowly turn into positive thoughts. That is why you shouldn't give up only after talking to others one time. You have to persistently. They've shared that they persistently talked to their friends, relatives, and even strangers for a period of 6 months. And only after that did those people's hearts finally change, and their business started to take off. This is not a business that will work in just one sitting. You must clearly draw in your minds the kind of successful person that you want to become. There is a very important thing I want to share with you. You must write your life scenario, which will even make you go head over heels as soon as you see it. If this can be realized, I would go crazy. If this is possible, I wouldn't mind dying to achieve it. You need to have a vision that's this big. Going to make $50,000 a month, then that is not 100% impossible. There's at least a 1% chance that this could be possible, right? It is possible. You should not pursue things that have a 100% chance of success. Please, don't pursue things that have a 100% success rate. If the work that you do has a 100% success rate, then you are not challenging yourself. Even if you're able to achieve that work with a 100% success rate, that work will not be worth very much. For example, let's say you go somewhere to work and receive $800 or $1,000 a month. That has a 100% success rate, right? As long as you're healthy, it can be 100% insured. Let's say that you've achieved that work with a 100% success rate. Is that work worth it or not? It's not worth it at all. You will still be poor. And that is why the thing that you must do work that does not have a 100% success rate. Though the rate of failure is a lot higher, if there is a possibility, then you must live a life that takes on that challenge. It might not be 100% insured that you will make $50,000 to $100,000. It might even be less than a 1% chance. However, you must take on that challenge and you must achieve it. To be successful means to take on challenge. To be truly successful, even if the success rate is not very high. How would you feel if you could make $50,000 a month? Make you go crazy? Doesn't that just make you get goosebumps? What if you're able to solve all your financial troubles and you keep on moving into bigger houses that's 60, 90, 120 square meters? Ultimately, you move into a house that is 200 or 300 square meters in size. You can tell your children, you don't need to try to make money. Mom and dad have already taken care of that. Do whatever work it is that you want to do. This world is not just about making money. There are many things in this world that you can pursue other than making money. Just look for your passion and pursue it. Imagine you can become a parent that can say such words to your children. Isn't that an amazing parent? What if you could earn the respect of your children and they say, when I think about my mom and dad, I'm so happy. If you make $50,000 a month, you'll be able to do whatever it is that you want for your loved ones. You can. You can help out relatives who are having a hard time. If they're in the hospital, you can say, don't worry about the bill. Just give me your bank account. I'll send you $10,000. How's that? What if you could live like that and still be humble and say, I was lucky. That's how I became rich. If you can truly earn the respect of such people, you need to draw that image in your mind. And you must go towards that. That is why the dreams that you imagine in your mind today are all scenarios that are actually possible. You need to hold on to that possibility. Even if that chance is as low as 10% or even 1%, you must cling onto that possibility. That is, the dreams that you draw in your mind can become a reality. Even if that chance is low, you must take on that challenge. Courage is not about not being able to feel fear. Courage is facing your fears. You must tell everyone around you, I will earn $50,000. I will earn $100,000. This may seem quite scary, actually, but you have to tell others about this. That is courage. The reason why you can dream is because it is possible. If you take up the challenge, then you can achieve your dream. I was able to achieve all my dreams from 10 years ago. There is nothing that I didn't achieve. I have a new dream now. It's a dream of 100 years from now. I am very excited today to dream of what Atomy will become like in the future. The amount of donations that Atomy gives to the society will increase tenfold. Yeah, so Atomy has donated $1 million so far. But today, $10 million was wired to give as a donation. Yeah. So, we wanted to make a foundation to help channel that donation. However, it's not as easy as it sounds. Even if the foundation does not become established quickly, the company will continue to execute its plan. Do you all know about the Community Chest of Korea? Yeah. Today, the company sent $10 million to that fund. And next Tuesday, the fund will use that donation however the donor wishes. About $1 million of the $10 million will be used for marginalized women. And the remaining $9 million will be used for single-parent teenage families whose partners have run out on them. So the name of this foundation is Atomy, a heart that values life. The name is it's quite long, right? So in short, it will be called the Mom Foundation. The name of the foundation represents the heart that values life, and it can also mean mother. So honestly, when I heard the stories of these single mothers, I was able to think about what was going through their minds when they chose to preserve a life. They knew the price that they will have to pay. They wouldn't be able to go to school properly. It will be very hard for them to work, and there's going to be a lot of costs as well. They would also be stigmatized by other families and by society. So I decided to establish the Mom Foundation because the decision that these women had made to preserve life would in fact cause great burdens and hardships in their lives. That was why I established the Mom Foundation. Though we can't solve all of society's problems, the initiative was to provide some help in an area that the company had shown interest in. In that context, Atomy one hardships that these young mothers were facing. And there are actually advantages when Atomy engages in these acts. The company will first spend millions of dollars to provide a place for these women. The company also continues to provide support for child-rearing expenses. There are also areas in which we can take advantage of Atomy. Atomy runs a school, right? I realized that the company had internal resources to help educate the mothers and their children. The next phase is to create jobs so that they could take care of their family with their income. It is important to support them so that they could be independent. What does our company have? The products that would be produced by these single mothers could be consumed by our members as well, right? Atomy owns a distribution channel, so the members would be able to buy the products that they produce. For example, let's say a bakery is built to provide jobs. What happens? If it tastes good and it's affordable, then you guys would buy it, right? Yeah. If you consume such products, then that would help the mothers pay for their expenses. Because the distribution channel that the company owns, the company can create jobs to ensure sustainability. I thought that it would be possible to help them become independent. Many projects are going to happen with the synergy amongst ourselves. And all of this is only possible because all of you, the members of Atomy, have used our products. The profit from our products can be used for donations. For those who can work, you should continue to create value in your society through this system called the Atomy business. This helps create jobs for our supplying partners. It also allows the company to pay its employees, and it allows the contractors to receive compensation. Many parties benefit through this business. For those who can work, the company provides jobs by giving an opportunity to work in this company. But for those who cannot work because of their circumstances, then we can help them out with the company's profits. This will be the direction that we will continue to take in the future. Remember that all of this is possible because of our members' efforts. It would be beneficial for you to realize that the value you have created by doing this business is also used to help those who are in need. I hope you will feel a sense of reward. All of this to say that the dreams I had to contribute back to the society is being realized now, one by one. Remember, the dreams you have in your minds can actually be realized. We do not take up a challenge because it has a 100% chance of success. Though the success rate is low, we are taking on that challenge. True courage is to face the fear of failure. That's it for my lecture.
Thank you very much, Chairman Mr. Park Han-gil. And to the last part of our program, let's all get motivated by a lecture from Dr. Lee Seung-yoon, entitled The Objective Conditions for a Successful Atomy Business.
Hello, everyone. Greetings. Yeah. Currently, the political sphere in the Korean Peninsula is changing. Which political tool will Korea choose? What will life? That is the ultimate. This question determines what kind of means of production the government will choose. Means of production. This thing that we call an economic system is a means for production. Which political system will the government leaders pick? This question is also directly connected to which means of production it will choose. Actually, we need to evaluate the productivity of the tool that we choose. If our profit is not increasing or improving, we need to question our tool. For example, let's say there is a beautiful lady that wants to move. Will she use a trolley or a truck? What are all these vehicles? These are all resources. They are all means of productivity. These are all means of productivity. However, if you pick a trolley to move your belongings, if you pick the trolley, something extra gets added, and that is labor. If you use a trolley, you will have to use a lot of labor in order to move all your things from Seoul to Busan. Or let's say you have to do laundry. Will you use a washing machine or a washboard? A washboard is a means of production as well, but so is a washing machine. Can you not wash your clothes with a washboard? Of course you can. However, it takes a lot of effort and the productivity is low. If you use a washing machine, you can wash a big load, and you can watch your favorite TV series while you're at it. Am I not right? The strategy of time and labor. That is what means of production is. Then, if you have selected Atomy as your means of production, you need to evaluate if this business will reap great profit. At this time, I am going to tell you about the objective conditions that will make your Atomy business successful. I am not talking about subjective conditions. Subjective conditions, when seen objectively, might not prove my point, but what I am trying to say is that you need to objectively evaluate Atomy's productivity compared with others. Who makes the ultimate decision? It is yourself. Let's look at the 4 questions on the slide. I'm sure there are people who are here for the first time. and you might ask the following questions. Should I begin this business or should I not? This is something you must decide objectively. This is a matter of profitability. Aren't you in the business for the money? Will someone like me be able to succeed? No way, of course not, not like this. Then, how will you be successful? You have to continue to learn. Now then, these are the objectives of our seminars. The definition of success in this business is to have stable and high profit. I am not talking about the definition of success generally, but I'm talking about success in Atomy business. And for you to succeed, you need to accumulate capital, and your attitude and mindset are the most important factors. Next are the objective conditions established for Atomy's success. These are conditions that will make Atomy members successful. If you accept this in your heart, and if you are self-motivated, then you can succeed. However, if you aren't motivated, you can never succeed. What did I say for my first point? There is no sunk cost, a total of 9 points on the slide. Second is that it is a luxury for the masses. Let us then see what each of these mean. For the first point, sunk cost means the cost that you cannot recover once you quit the business. Let's say you started a chicken franchise. Do they let anyone invest in the franchise? Have any of you done franchises here? There's a membership fee, of course, right? They do not grant the franchise to anyone. Next, let's say you sign a contract with the franchise. Do you know what's next? You have to put up a sign outside. You have to put up the name of the franchise. Then what's the next? You need to purchase the store facilities such as tables, chairs, and etc. I asked how much all of that cost, and they said at the least $50,000, including the interior renovation. If you want to make it look somewhat nice, it costs about $200,000, including the interior design and other costs. These are all sunk costs. If you all of a sudden quit the chicken franchise business, no one is going to buy the sign outside the store from you. The tables, chairs, your used refrigerator, all of these are just metal objects. Actually, these days you have to pay people to take your trash for about $5 per piece. They will not just take your trash for free. You might think that other people will pick up your trash, but the security guard will come and post a price for you to pay. In order to throw away such trash. No one wants that kind of stuff. In other words, all of our initial costs are considered sunk costs. If you quit doing business, you can't get any money from it. But in Atomy business, there is no sunk cost. There is no entrance fee, no maintenance fee. And you don't even have to put up a sign. There aren't even any stores, no physical stores at all, so the sunk cost is zero. What does that mean? It means that there is no loss. No loss at all. It means the business does not bring you any harm. Second, the products are a luxury for the masses. In Atomy, we call this mastige. Actually, the words mass and prestige are contradictory, because anything that is for the masses cannot be a luxury or prestige product. However, in Atomy, we have combined these two terms. We were able to do this because of absolute product and absolute price. So, when you tell others to switch their toothpastes, that Atomy's is better than other competitors, that it is a lot cheaper, you will not feel guilty for saying such things. In other words, Atomy's products do not bring harm to your customers. If it does, then you won't be able to sell Atomy's products. But when we use the word mastige, there needs to be a precondition in order to use that word confidently. What is that precondition? You need to use it first. You might think that I am trying to sell you these products by saying so, but that's not it. If you can't be confident about your own products, you can't sell them to others. sincerity. Many scholars say that if the 20th century was the age of technology, the 21st century will be the age of sincerity. Sincerity. Or authenticity. Why is sincerity so important? Technology in all the countries have been fairly standardized now. They are almost all the same. Let's look at smartphones, for example. If you look at the technology of the different smartphones, the level is almost all the same. Have you heard of an LG smartphone having bad reception? No. The quality of the products are almost all the same now. So, what is more important in this age? Why is sincerity so important? In the 21st century, due to SNS, information can be disseminated worldwide in the blink of an eye. If you lie or fool someone, everyone will find out real soon. That is why Atomy's products are prestige products. You cannot lie about them. And you will have to use the products yourselves in order to have sincerity. That is why I am telling you to use the products yourselves first. And because the products are prestige products for the masses, you will not feel guilty. When you tell people, as I mentioned, there is no sunk cost in Atomy, and if you combine that with Atomy having prestige products, this will bring you no harm, even if you tell people to switch to Atomy's products. This is very important. Whether you will be able to earn $50,000 or not is a concern for the far future. It should not be your concern today. But whether Atomy's products will bring you harm or not is an issue that will affect your business today. Third is a training program led by the company. What about other companies then? They don't have that luxury. Other companies do group businesses. In other words, the members gather together in groups and organize seminars on their own. In Atomy, however, information is disseminated fairly to all the members because the seminars are not run by groups. That is why even half-smarters can succeed in Atomy business. That is why you can learn the rules of Atomy only when you participate in seminars hosted by the company. Next, Atomy has a fair compensation plan. Why do we say so? This is a matter of being fair. What about Company A? It depends on the ability of the members. What happens to those who are incompetent? They cannot earn a single penny. Not a single cent. In Atomy, our levels can go on with no limits, while in others there are limits. What's the outcome then? In order to make more money in other companies, they have to keep. And who can be successful at this? Only those who are competent. Also, other companies do not have a compensation ceiling. This is actually in line with the free market capitalistic economy. Under the scrutiny of economists, there is wrong about Company A's compensation plan. That is why they've lasted 60 years. In Atomy, however, even a half-smarter can succeed. Is that in line with capitalism principles or not? It is not at all. Half-smarters actually cannot succeed, whether it be in a capitalist economy, communist, or in any system. But in Atomy, even a half-smarter can succeed. And we placed a compensation ceiling, as I mentioned. We also give PV points with no limits, am I right? And we have binary model as well. Why then do we call this model of ours a just compensation plan? Equality is not the only virtuous value. There is also such thing as concern for others. Should we not take care of our incompetent members as well? Even if there are those that fall behind, we need to look after them. Also, no matter how competent a member is, isn't it unfair that they earn $1 million a month? Isn't $50,000 a month enough? That is why we have placed a compensation ceiling. It is a very virtuous thing to show concern for others. The issue of whether equality is more important or caring for others is more important depends on a person's philosophy. In Atomy, we believe that caring for others is more important. The next point is also very important in Atomy. Regardless of whose line they are in, the sponsors travel to many different countries in order to provide training for other members. This is actually very good economically and in terms of time as well. Let's say, for example, that all the sponsors here today came up on stage and give an hour's lecture. What will happen? That will waste much time and cost. Just in Taiwan, there are many lines there. If only one person goes there instead of 10, that saves a lot of time and cost. Without this system, the law of exponential growth cannot be possible. We will not be able to make any profit. All of our capital will be drained as expenses. This is the power of the super synergy of united hearts. This is the hive of white ants. Scientists say that white ants do not have great individual intellect, but when there are 1 million ants, they can build such things. The white ants have designed a cutting-edge air-conditioned hive. Outside, the temperature fluctuates between 40 degrees to 15 degrees, but inside, where the ants live, it maintains a solid 24 degrees all day long. A shopping center in Zimbabwe has benchmarked the hive. It is the Eastgate Shopping Center in Zimbabwe. It only uses about 10% of a typical shopping center, and it always maintains 24 degrees inside the building. This is the epitome of collective intelligence. One cannot do this alone. Next is the company's sound financial structure. Atomy can't fail because we don't have any debt. You might worry you will not receive any compensation if the company fails. Don't worry and just work hard. Atomy can never fail because we don't have any debt. Typically, most major companies have hundreds of percent of debt ratio. Some companies even have a 2,000% debt ratio. That means they have 20 times more debt than their capital. For these companies, if the needs in the market declines, that will cause problems in their financial system. If sales fall by 30%, they will experience a financial crisis. They will go bankrupt and will have to file a lawsuit. But because Atomy has no debt, though sales may fall due to a disaster, there is no way that you will not receive your compensation. Atomy has a financial structure that prevents such calamities. No matter how much money humans have, they cannot do work that is not meaningful. That is what's interesting about humans. In other words, if this network marketing company harms other people while making others rich, people will not be able to continue on with this work. They cannot because it won't be rewarding. What about us then? Our products are prestige products and they do not harm others. It is also affordable. Next, it is a challenging business. As we go to the conditions at the back, it becomes more and more abstract, but it is getting more important for those who are high in ranks. People cannot challenging. Why do people try to climb the Himalayan mountain? It is because the mountain challenges you. It calls out to you and you have to accept that challenge. Look at Olympic athletes. They practice running the 100-meter dash all year round. They just keep running. Why is that? That is because those 9 instant seconds are challenging them. I want to surpass Usain Bolt. That is challenge. If anyone could be a lawyer by passing an easy exam, do you think people will take the exam? If everyone is a lawyer, then there is no challenge. People risk their lives doing work that is challenging. But they do not do work that is not challenging. Last is a Global One server. Other companies do not have this system. Goes to China the next year to do business. In other companies, they have to register to be a contractor in China all over again. No one will try to get permission from the Department of Commerce in the US, right? In Atomy, all we need are interpreters. You can go do business in China by only having an interpreter with you. In one line under a Korean, there can be a Japanese, Cambodian, an American, and under that American, there can be a Korean member. Under that person can be an Indonesian. All of this is possible because of the one server. This is not a simple process. We constantly requested approval from the Fair Trade Commission, and we asked them to interpret the law for us. We asked them, can we have a global one server? They responded that it was possible. So what does this mean? This means that our market can be expanded to the rest of the world. Next year, Atomy is opening up in China that has 1.4 billion people. In China, Atomy will need more than one branch. Right now, there is a branch in Yantai, Shandong province. Just in that one province, the population is 120 million people. China will need at least 6 branches. This is my conclusion. In order to achieve all this, you will need to study 3 things: cool head, warm heart, and busy hands. If you nurture your own character, money will just follow. Those who are engaged in their current work are said to be happier. Why is that? That is because it is rewarding. I hope all of you here will become Royal Masters and Crown Masters 3 to 5 years from now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Lee Sung-yoon. Before we end, please be reminded of this announcement. Catching Success online at 5 p.m. every Tuesday live via Facebook page of Atomy ARIUL Marikina Aja Center. And Atomy Talk 2 p.m. every Wednesday, and Atomy One Day Seminar 2 p.m. every Friday live via Facebook page and YouTube channel of Atomy PH Official. And don't forget to subscribe in our YouTube channel, Marikina Aja Center. And as we end, let our company motto. Ready, position, please!